Ladies and gentlemen, he said the thing. I hit the Leonardo DiCaprio meme right when he said it. Baby Keem says hip hop is a sport, and he breaks his silence and gives his breakdown of the Drake and Kendrick battle. Ladies and gentlemen, now that Baby Keem has said it, and you know we live by that philosophy, I was doing a special this week that everybody who grabs a Hip Hop Always Wins hoodie or t-shirt, I'll send them a personal thank you video. You know what? Let's add the hip hop is a sport t-shirt or hoodie too. So if you go to the pinned comment or right below the comment section, the store is right there. Go grab a hip hop is a sport t-shirt today or hoodie, and I will send you a personal thank you video for anybody who does it for the next 5 days. Let's
Baby
go.
Keem has just kicked off his tour and it is going crazy, y'all. Now, for those of you who know, he had just started the casino tour.
Shout out to the Ville, by the way. That's the channel. And shout out to the casino tour. Wait till it. Yeah, I'll be at the Vegas show. If y'all are gonna be at the Baby Keem show, I'm gonna be at the Vegas show. Y'all see me? Come take a picture, man. Come dap it up. Come kick it with your boy. I love y'all.
And
I
it
love
looks like
seeing
it's at a
y'all.
great start over there in North Carolina. It is popping off at the Rayleigh, and everybody there in attendance was showing out for this event. Now, this is a good start, but he also had a conversation with the New York Times where he talks about Kendrick Lamar, the battle between him and Drake, as well as
What
the
does he
Project
think?
Casino, of course. So there's a lot to get into with this new interview, but the success of this tour is something to acknowledge first and foremost because Baby Keem hasn't been seen in quite a while. Last time he put anything out was about 5 years ago. So it's been a long hiatus. So to see him outside doing everything is very impressive to see.
Keem outside, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm in the building, that means wait. There's no way to back out. That means that you're ready to crash out. The cameras is about to act now. Ooh! One thing I knew is like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna need a seat. Yeah, I'm gonna need a seat. I can't be in this mosh pit. I can't be in this pit. That's how you just pass out from sheer lack of oxygen, nigga. There's too many people breathing.
One thing that you got to appreciate from Baby
That
Keem is
shit
that he
look like
takes
a
his dates very
zoo.
seriously. When he puts out something, he's also going to follow up with everything else that comes with it, including an interview. Now, big shout out to Blacking Out for posting the interview. It says that Baby Keem speaks on his life during his 5-year hiatus, his outlook on the 2024 battle between Kendrick and Drake, losing family members, and how it shaped him. There's curiosity to my story, Keem said. People have these opinions on how I came about, but criticism of his songs or sidelong glances at his rise don't bother him. He's made music to impress only one person, Kendrick.
It's crazy too because you gotta think if Kendrick is your family and you want to make music, you want to make that music, and then you get that cosign, that's gotta be an earth shattering feeling. You know what I mean? In a good way, where it's just like, yeah, you're getting co-signed by one of the goats, and you on the team, brother. Yeah, you down, and you blood. So like, he gonna look at you and protect you and go in for you harder than most people. I love that. That's super dope. That's why I always say it's super important to have somebody to look up to, somebody to, you know, help. Nobody does this stuff by themselves. I'll tell you, some of the worst people are the people who try to convince you that they're 100% self-made. Like, yeah, the reason you're where you are, majority is because of you, but it's not, by majority, I mean like 60-40, because nobody gets here by themselves. And you got to acknowledge that, man.
Before Homecoming Dance, when Keem was 14 or 15, Jarrell tied his nephew's tie. It was like the last moment I had with him, Keem said. In December 2015, Jarrell was struck and unalived by a truck. I remember the news reports, and you could see his clothes still in the street. He said his uncle had been coming home from the casino. Damn.
Damn.
And I think it's important to note that's why he named it Casino instead of naming it after his mom. He wanted it to tie into all of his family, not just one person.
Okay. See, and some people are saying, was it because I remember Justin Hunt would ask me, as a Vegas resident, he goes, do people call Vegas casino? And I went, not in I've never heard that before. So that makes sense now. I'm telling you right now, casino is still, is so heavy in my rotation, bro. Casino is a real masterpiece. Like, it's one of my favorite albums that's came out in the last couple
All
years.
of them were going through it. All of them were struggling. So here is what Kendrick has to say about Keem.
Casino like a
Watching Keem
movie.
speak at the funeral displayed the making of a man, Lamar wrote in an email. It reminded me of all the realities I faced when shaped who I am today. I watched Keem carry the burdens of everyone's grief, including his own, all while maintaining the dignity and honor of his uncle. We're merely a reflection of our leaders, and Keem led the family to a place of love, compassion, and closure. Another level of respect was my gratitude. Being as young as he is and dealing with all of that stuff is pretty crazy. It's like Kendrick had to see his younger cousin be a man early on, having to carry everybody's burden. A few days after the funeral, Lamar texted Keem his life was about to change. The first time Day Free, Lamar's friend and longtime business partner, became aware of Keem was after Jarrell's funeral, when the rapper sent over some of his teenage cousin's beats. It was very cryptic, but Kendrick's like that when sharing music, Free said.
You know what's crazy is imagine getting that text from Kendrick. Your life's about to change. Woo! That's just fire. I had one message from Kendrick. All he told me, well, not all, but the thing I remember, he said, "See you at the top," right? And obviously, we know that story. I've told it a million times, made a song about it. And there's something about, I don't know if it's just Kendrick, but I've talked to a lot of famous people before, and I guess it's not just Kendrick because it happened before. But when the sincerity in when he said, "I'll see you at the top," because I was the only other person performing with him at the Good Kid, Mad City show. So clearly, he was probably like, "Oh yeah, well this person, I'm not gonna be so to think that he really did research and knew my music." But I'm assuming he assumed, well, if he's the one that's representing this city, and he the one performing in this stadium or this arena with me, was it arena? Auditorium with me, then he must be the one. So then when we chopped it up, it's like, yeah, bro. So I didn't get the "your life's about to change," but that "see you at the top" hit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, very cryptic, very cryptic. I think we all know that.
Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to say this. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to y'all for watching for this long, but you know what time it is. Bonnet Screw here, just to remind you that according to YouTube statistics, about only 20% of the people watching this are subscribed. Not your fault, and it's okay. I do it too. Sometimes we don't be hitting that subscribe button. It is what it is. I need you to go ahead and take the time out right now and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Some people told me that they thought they were subscribed and then they must have got unsubscribed by YouTube. So I don't know. So hit that subscribe button. Even if you thought you already were, make sure you are. And get this video, especially this video, to 6,000 thumbs up. People keep asking me why I say 6,000, because that's the sweet spot. And that's the spot I know we can hit. Hit 6,000 because baby Keem said hip hop is a sport. And drop a comment and let me know if you believe hip hop is a sport in the comment section. This video should have 1,000 comments.
Very cryptic, very cryptic. I think we all know that by this point.
Now
that Kendrick
back.
could be the most cryptic when it comes to dropping any type of music, bro.
My bad,
so not only speaking on the relationship with Kendrick.
Hold on, my bad. I'm over here. Gotta get that Dodger blue on. My bad.
Kendrick, but also speaking on his relationship with Dave Free, going into PG Lang and all that. Lamar didn't reveal family ties until later when he shared another song, this time with Keem rapping on it in a high-pitched voice with a style.
He said, "My homie Dave got so many watches. I just bought one and I didn't even doubt it." I don't know if you're talking about Dave Free there, but
reminiscent of Lil Uzi Vert, Kanye West, Playboy Cardi, and a little bit of Lamar himself. What did Free think? It's kind of hard, he replied. The songwriter and producer Scott Bridgway met Keem online, playing video games like Call of Duty. Earlier this year, Bridgway won his first Grammy for his work on Lamar and says his #1 hit, Luther. So big shout out to Scott Bridgway. He was also performing at the concert yesterday, so big shout outs to him. I think he's opening up for Keem, DJing, doing a set. I think I saw that go viral also. Big shout outs to bro. Keem is enmeshed in the apparatus that supported Lamar through multiple Grammy wins and unprecedented cultural event that was Lamar's War of Words with Drake, culminating with his Super Bowl performance. For me, it's like a sport, Keem said of the beef. I was so confident that sometimes you forget to be proud. He had that so...
Say it again! Nah. Say it again! Link in the pinned comment. Go. I'm trying to tell you, bro. The real hip-hop people. This is our moniker. This is our movement, and we gotta keep pushing it because people keep trying to change the rules, Nah, hip-hop is a sport. If you don't like it's a sport, that's fine. That's your prerogative. There's so many other things you can go listen to. You can go listen to Kids Bop. You can watch an episode of Seventh Heaven. Or you can watch a VeggieTales marathon. If the competition, the bravado, and the confrontational ability of hip hop is too much for you, it's okay, man. Sunday school happens once a week. So just go. If you scared, go to church. But say it again.
For me, it's like a sport, Keem said of the beef. I was so confident that sometimes you forget to be proud. He had that so down, I wasn't even worried about it, to the point where I forgot to congratulate him. Forgot to say that I was proud of him for achieving something that I knew you were going to win in the first place. Of course, he's going to think that Kendrick Lamar is going to win that battle. And sometimes sometimes being so sure about something, you forget to appreciate that it happened. And I
Facts.
think that's what he means when he's saying that. That
What I love the most about Keem, you remember when I said, and I've been saying this for a while, where there's always a natural progression of the big three, or who is the most, the faces of hip hop, the Cerberus of hip hop, right? Is the Cerberus have three heads? Regardless, right? The Hydra has more three. Anyway, regardless, I always said there has to be a passing of the torch, and you kind of have to know who the next person. I said the problem is Dr. Dre and Aftermath and Interscope passed the chain to Kendrick, and that chain comes from Tupac. That comes from Death Row. That comes, you can do the lineage, right? So really, Kendrick is kind of from the Tupac lineage, right? Dr. Dre, Interscope. Anyway, and then Lil Wayne passes it to Drake. Jay-Z passes it to Cole. And I said the problem going on right now is we don't know who. By now, we should know who are going to be the next them. The only one of them three that has, to me, an actual heir to their throne and is actually treating them like the heir to their throne and making the positions that the people before them did, the same moves that Dre would do for him to put him on an Interscope and M and all them, is Keem. It's Keem and Kendrick. It's an obvious passing of the torch where it goes. It wasn't until Casino that I went, okay, I could see Keem being in that, because there's certain things that I was feeling about him rap wise, just literally pen to paper, that Casino completely dispelled. I'm not saying he was like a bad rapper or anything, but I felt like the big three. There's a thing with, I felt like he was too at one point. All the other things they said he was, like the Uzis and. My thing was he had the talent to be the next, but I didn't know if he had the aesthetic. And I feel like Casino, he brought the whole aesthetic together, the whole sound together, where I go, okay, I see it.
he's proud of
I
Kendrick
see
for
it.
doing that. I think we're all proud. I think we're all proud that Kendrick was doing what he did, the achievements and accolades that he reached. Kendrick really showed people what you could achieve with a rap diss, but not only with that, but with hip hop in general. Being
Facts. Now, please go watch. I only watched about 4 minutes of this. Go watch the rest of this video on the Ville's channel. I just wanted to show y'all that, Keem, Kendrick, and all the real heads support this. Hip hop is a sport. So go link in the pinned comment, or you can just go below the comment section. You see those boxes that has all the clothes. You can just go click the actual box, or you can click the box even if it's not the shirt you want, and it'll send you to fromthevillage.us, and you can just find it, or you can just type in fromthevillage.us. Go grab one. I'm sending personal thank you videos to anybody who grabs one of these or the Hip Hop Always Wins gear for the next 5 days. Let's go.